Yeah, it is recording.
Because I clicked the button and the button didn't change to the stop uh button. That'll work for me.
Cool.
There it is. Cool. Welcome everybody to Mullins over music. We mull over musical quandaries and chat about stuff. I'm here with the one, the only, Erik from Bonginator.
What's up, Austin?
You know what? It's a beautifully cold day.
Hell yeah.
How's it up there?
About the same. I'm in Boston,
Y'all
so
get
the winter's pretty bad out here.
Yeah, our winter can be pretty unpredictable because yesterday, it was a high of 78,
That's not where are you?
North Carolina,
Oh, okay, cool.
but today it was a high of 42. So,
Well, that's nothing, dude. We got like 26 the other day.
ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd need an extra pair of socks.
Yeah.
So, good to see you, man.
Nice to see you too, man.
I've got,
Excited to be on the podcast.
I'm excited to have you. You were one of the first people I wanted to have on here, uh,
Cool.
and then I completely forgot what I was doing. So,
Yeah.
I finally got around to it.
Gotcha.
So, always ask a funny question at the beginning of every single episode because gotta make the people laugh before you bring them down to a serious discussion. And this one is a user submitted question. So, double whammy for you there. If I can find it. It says, "Do you think the McRib should remain as an item on the menu of McDonald's or be taken down forever like the monarchy?"
Um, I've never had a McRib, but I really appreciate the McRib because um there's this there's this YouTube video. Um, I gotta get I'm looking it up now so I can get the title right. But
Yeah.
if anyone hasn't seen this, you have to. It's fucking so basically this guy made like an anthology of Spider-Man, but it's like the McRibbler. Um, the McRiblin. So they take these like frames from Spider-Man and they put it to like Norman Oswald, the guy who becomes the Green Goblin, is like obsessed with the McRib.
Oh,
And like the whole thing is like just text and photos with text, and this guy imitating Willem Dafoe doing the trying to like say like he's pushing for the McRib to be a year-round item, where and like Harry's like, Dad, please, I can't shit right. I've had 20 of these like in a row.
that's fantastic.
It's pretty sick. I think if you just look up McRib Spider Man, it comes up.
Okay. I'm definitely going to watch that. And I'll put the link to it in the description so
Oh
everybody
yeah,
can experience the McRiblet.
yeah, yeah. It's just called the McRiblin. I found it. It's fucking awesome.
That is that is something else, man. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
when you asked me that, that's the first thing I thought of. I had to push that.
that's beautiful. So I got one more funny question for you. Do
Let's
you
go.
think people eat or drink soup?
It totally depends on the soup. I think like miso soup is drank. Any sort of bisque, any sort of bisque, basically is like a smoothie.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Um, But like miso soup, that's like you're drinking that and eating the stuff inside of it, you know? It depends on the You know, it's a better question. Do you eat or drink boba tea?
That is a good question. Do you? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
I think I don't know, but whatever the answer to that is the answer to the soup one.
Okay, I dig it. Oh,
You got a cat on you.
I know I I am up the he's waiting on the door to open so he can try to escape. I know.
Yeah.
So, moving on from some of these funny questions, although I could literally do these questions all day. So ridiculous. Gotta ask the first question, and this is the important question. Where did the name Bonginator come from?
The name Bonginator came from actually like the story of the first EP. Like when I was writing out the concept for it, and then I was like, Bonginator, that's a cool term. I should just, stick with that. It was originally gonna be Terpinator, like terps like in weed,
Yeah,
but I felt like not enough people would get that.
that's fair.
But yeah, it was a last minute decision to change it to Bonginator. Yep.
I dig the name, man. That was what drew me to your TikToks and your music when I first.
Thank you.
I was like, Bonginator. Okay, okay.
That's what it's all about, like having a good name that like someone's like, I want to see that. Like I gotta check out what that sounds like.
Yeah, because if I mean, without a good name, it's like don't judge a book by its cover, but
Everyone does. We
yeah,
live in That's the world we live in. It's all about your book covers.
which is why I tried to read Game of Thrones. The book cover was so enticing, and then I didn't make it through the 10th chapter.
Yeah.
Unfortunate turn of circumstances for that book, but hey, it looks good on a bookshelf.
Yeah, there you go. But
So,
yeah.
yeah, I love the name and I love where you got it from.
Mm.
So, how did this how did the whole concept of Bonginator come about? How did you get the band started?
Well, I had like the first EP demoed out. I was just, listening to a lot of death metal, wanted to get back in touch with it. And then because I was really into death metal in high school. And then I kind of fell off, got more into like hardcore and shit. And um then when like, all these new death metal bands started popping off, I was like, okay, yeah, this shit's awesome. People are doing this again. And so I made out those demos, and then like I kind of saw the whole retro thing everyone was doing and wanted to go a step further with it. Like I really liked what Fulci was doing, incorporating that like horror movie synths into the death metal with
Yeah.
like that 80s vibe. And I wanted to go like a step further and think more like action sci-fi. And so I like went on and put like full on like synthwave um like bits into it, and as opposed to like just these like ambient dark horror movie intros that like a lot of people have been doing.
It has
Um,
quite the staple as of the current movement. So you
oh
do
yeah, and I love it. I love it. It's awesome. But I thought that like I could go a step further and like take inspiration from shit like yeah, like Terminator or like fucking Alien or like Schwarzenegger movies and all that shit.
what's your favorite sci-fi film?
That's tough. I recently watched Stalker. That was fucking awesome.
Okay.
But that's like an old, like artsy Russian one. If I'm talking like cheesy, over the top kind of shit, I mean, again, I think it's so broad. It depends, like, because I would say The Thing
Okay.
or like They Live. But see, like The Thing, I is more of like a sci-fi horror. They Live is like sci-fi action, and then like Fifth Element, that's like a comedy movie.
Yeah.
But a lot of shit like that. I love fucking Total Recall, dude. RoboCop's one of my favorite movies. Yeah.
RoboCop is is an over the top film in and of.
Fucking love that shit. Yeah.
They recently put out a video game for it.
hmm I gotta check that out. He's been in a bunch of Mortal Kombats.
Yeah, he was in, I think it was 11
Yeah.
out of
He
11.
was in one of the ones before that, like on the PS2, I think.
Yeah. RoboCop has just influenced so many things, whether people care to admit that it has
Oh yeah, it's
influenced
absolutely true.
sci-fi, influences modern action films with just the shootout scenes and all that stuff. You gotta love it.
Absolutely.
How did you get into music? I want to take me back
How did
to,
I get into music?
yeah, take me back to Kid Eric.
Like my one of my first memories is my brother and I listening to Linkin Park when I was like 3.
Oh,
Um, and like I kind of grew up with all that. My parents were always very supportive. Like I had like drums and guitars and shit where I could like learn and whatever. But I don't know. I in high school I started to like really fall in love with metal and like started to pursue that. And that's when I started, playing in bands. And I've been doing that ever since. It's been like I'd say I really started this when I was like 15. I'm 25 now. Uh yeah, Bonginator is really the only band I've done that's like really, really amounted to anything. Um and yeah, it's just like it's been a whole like learning process over that 10 years, you know.
yeah, of course. Oh, good. Sorry. My present shipped already.
Nice.
Final. I'm not gonna say what it is.
You
It's a
said it's a final?
Yeah, it's a. I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's the Almost Southern Weather collection.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's Under Oath, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's Aaron Gillespie's like side project that he did.
Oh, okay.
It's a got the demos and the acoustic, and you can only find it on vinyl. And my wife got it for me for Christmas.
That's sick.
She can't keep secrets, which I had a hard time telling her what my presents I got her are.
That was
I saw that.
I'm not very good with present secrets, but the only reason I told you was because you weren't gonna let me buy you a present because you got this. So I had to tell you what I was gonna get you.
That's fair. I wasn't gonna let her buy me a Christmas present, but she was like, "You have to. You have
I,
to get something to open."
I feel that. I've
But
never been much of a vinyl collector, but
no,
I like tapes.
tapes are cool.
Yeah.
I've I've got an Ink Spots tape, old Fallout music.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it sounds so cool on tape too. It's old 40s style music, and
Like from Fallout and shit.
uh,
That's sick.
you know that song, I don't want to set.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's that band.
Hell yeah.
I used to have a vinyl for that too, but fortunately, those got stuck somewhere and I could never retrieve them.
All right. That sucks.
Yeah, but you know how it is. There are more opportunities to collect more vinyl and tapes and CDs.
Mm.
Speaking of vinyl, when are you guys gonna put out a vinyl?
We actually like just signed, well, not just signed, we signed in like July, into a label over in Germany.
Okay.
And they're doing the first vinyl press now.
Ooh,
So I don't know anything about that, but like in terms of like dates or whatever, but I know it's in production.
cool. You gonna have a weed infused vinyl like what was that one band that did a weed in?
That'd be crazy. I don't think so. No, I think it's just regular color variants and shit. But I know I'm trying to think. I think when we started when we released the Doink City Massacre and then started working with Barbaric Brutality. It was just at a time when like it was so fucking hard to produce vinyl. We like started like right when that was going on. And so it just kind of happened that way that like we never had it, you know. Uh None of the regular dudes who do it like could take us. Everyone was fucking swamped. Yeah, but we finally got that going. It's finally like back on track.
I'm glad to hear it because I'll be picking one up
Hell
as
yeah.
it's available. Yeah, I remember when vinyl was backed up so bad. I got a vinyl. It was the Under Oath collection for they're only chasing safety and the other two. Uh,
Yeah.
I waited an entire year and a half for it after I had
Jesus. Well, that sounds about right. Yeah, she was like 16 weeks for like production.
it was insane.
Yeah, nuts.
So, you got to tell me, what is your favorite song off your most recent record?
Off Intergalactic Gorbong.
'Cause I know which one my favorite is.
So I would honestly be because I think like my favorite song to play, and that would probably be Brine Smoked and Deep Fried.
I
Wow,
got
it's yours.
my favorite was that one and Zombie Party Rockers.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Zombie Party Rockers is a close second for sure.
I mean, it's
That's
just
mad fun.
it's that one and then Brine Smoked and Deep Fried, and those two together, just
Hell yeah.
there, man.
Dude, everyone loved 420 pound poop. That one ended up being everyone's favorite. And I don't know why. I hate playing that song. It's my least favorite song in the set.
Really? Why is that?
It's just like the song itself is really like draggy. Uh, and I feel like it doesn't groove as well as the other ones. It's not as much of like I'm really into like fight riff kind of moshy kind of shit.
Yeah,
And I feel like that song has the least of it. It's the most like caveman stupid song. So that's why like a lot of fans like it, but it's just not a fun song to play.
that's fair.
The energy doesn't translate the same way, I guess. But yeah, it's our most popular song. I honestly wish it wasn't.
What do you
Uh,
think was your favorites? Your
Actually, no, my favorite song is probably "Chop to Pieces." Actually, to play and to listen to. Yeah.
okay.
Um,
That is your That's your second top.
yeah, it was the top song for a long time, and I loved that. But yeah, I guess that's just because like I don't like it as the top song because uh it sounds the least like the rest of our stuff, I guess. But I know like a lot of bands have that issue. I years ago I talked to Sanguisugabog when they were on that Terror tour,
Yeah.
and they hated playing Dead as Shit. It's their least favorite song to play. At least it was.
Okay.
But it's everyone's favorite Sanguisugabog song.
I swear it's that way with like most bands. The
Yeah,
top song is always like the least indicative of their overall music, and
yeah.
it's always the one everyone wants to hear.
And I think like 420 pound poop. I remember I was like, I don't really feel in this song, but maybe if I give it like a funny title, it'll like do well. And I guess I was right.
You definitely hit the nail on the head with that one. It it's got a interesting title and people love it.
Facts, yeah.
So, speaking of favorite music, what are some of your guilty pleasure music?
A lot of pop punk. Um, like I'm really big on Blink-182.
Okay.
Linkin Park for sure, but I don't even think that's a guilty pleasure. Fucking
You said
like sometimes on tour we'll listen to like Florida Georgia Line.
okay.
Uh, See, like when we're in the car, I don't listen to a lot of metal. A lot of it, I listen to a lot of bad music. I listen to a lot of like really bad music that I think is like either funny or like interesting. But so we listen to a lot of Wesley Willis. We listen to the Shags. I don't
Okay.
know if you know any of these.
I know the Jags.
Yeah, the Shags are great. If anyone doesn't know, is this three daughters and this dad who was like this crazy Jim Jones kind of guy, like basically forced them to be in a band, and they made one of the worst records ever. But it's great to listen to. Yeah, Wesley Willis, we listen to all the time. He made Rock and Roll McDonald's. Not many people know that he has like a whole fucking catalog of those songs, and they all sound the same. It's incredible. Uh, then we there's this guy Ray on bass. You might know him from TikTok. He has like he has like again like hundreds of songs, all using like different instruments on like some Yamaha keyboard. Uh, Incredible, like really hard to get through kind of music. Um, Trying to think what else. I like a lot of like 90s dance pop. Um, I like a lot. My top genre was synthwave. There's this like collection of artists that only use Moog synthesizers of like nursery rhyme music, and I listen to that shit all the time.
That's cool.
Um, yeah, so my top artist on Spotify Wrapped was Dana Countryman because every time like we go to a place, I always ask if I can do the house music and play this fucking album. Um, it's called uh like the Happy Fun Electro Pop Machine or something. Um, yeah, it's just an incredible catalog of fucking amazing, like, oh my God, I'm trying to, I can't describe it. It's like playing a shitty Super Nintendo game. Um, but yeah, and then I listen to a lot of synthwave, uh, 80s kind of shit.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Synthwave is so much fun to listen to. It's
Oh, Hollywood Undead
okay.
Swan Songs. Yeah, that's a guilty.
Hollywood Undead is definitely a guilty pleasure band. People,
Yeah. Dude, their new music sucks.
it,
It's like it's the most like bland, generic kind of like metalcore that someone could produce.
it's like if POD didn't have their little
Yeah.
act rap.
That's funny.
If POD had nothing to sing about, that
Yeah.
would be current Hollywood Undead.
Dude, yeah, POD is fucking hilarious.
They got a new song out with that lady from Ginger.
Dude, you want to know something funny? That's crazy. That's honestly hilarious. Fucking what did I find the other day? Um
Oh, they also have one with Randy Blythe too from Lamb of God, which I thought was so strange.
I'm trying to think like there was a band recently that they put out like I looked them up because I wanted to put on a song. It was like a really fucking bad song. Maybe it was Saliva. Um
Ooh, that could be.
yeah, Click Click Boom.
Uh,
And they just they had a new release in 2023 and I check it out. It looks like this. It's Click Click Boom sped up version. They fucking sped it up and uploaded it to Spotify in 2023.
I gotta look this up.
Right? Like I wonder why they did that.
Well, let's. Of course, it doesn't want to work as soon as I click.
But
Boom.
yeah, I thought that was mad funny.
There it is. Let's hear it for a second.
It's literally so there's no difference. It's the same song sped up, like literally just the like not like remix. They're not playing it again. The guy just speeds it up.
It doesn't even sound too much different.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't play it again. The guy just took the song and sped it up, and they uploaded it to Spotify. Like they didn't record it again. Like
It's just if Saliva had a slightly higher singer.
imagine if every band did that. They released a sped up version of their albums.
Reminds me of Ghost put out a slowed down version of Mariana Cross.
That's right. Yeah.
TikTok makes everything either super fast or super slow, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you
I know
gotta
what you're talking about.
you gotta like have the attention span of a goldfish. Or surprisingly, goldfish have longer attention spans than most children nowadays.
That's funny.
They have a memory span of 10 minutes.
Goldfish, dude. That's sick.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Everybody
that.
thought it was like, or
Like
no,
5 seconds.
it was 10 months. It
Yeah.
was
Oh, whoa.
ridiculous. They can remember 10 months back, and I was like, not even sure most people can remember 10 months back.
Yeah.
So, you know what? That's pretty impressive for a
Yeah.
fish.
That's crazy.
And you know how children's attention spans are now. They're like that on to the next thing.
You gotta have the Subway Surfers video on the bottom.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Is that what's next for the Bonginator TikTok Subway Surfers on the bottom?
No, for our live shows, we're gonna bring out a TV, have Subway Surfers. Yeah,
That is a great
just
idea.
so you know, just so they don't get bored. You know.
Yeah, of course. And make it interactive. You can put words on the screen. Jump.
Yeah.
Uh when the character jumps and everybody's got to jump to it. Got to make things fun for the
My other band, Scissor Hash. We have a projector and we show like gross videos, like people dying and like two girls, one cup, and like fucking we have that video of Daniel Larson putting a toothbrush in his ass and brushing his teeth with it.
damn.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like we find the craziest shit. I like off of YouTube, I found these videos of like people doing mukbangs with live squid. Like they put it in their mouth and like they pour the sauce on it and their tentacles like wiggle. It's shit's crazy. And we put that shit in there. Um, we did. There's one video we found of like this dude in like some part of Africa. He was caught stealing something, so he got his hands cut off. It was fucking nuts.
That sounds insane.
Yeah, no, we just like, yeah, we just find like the craziest shit we can. That's me and my buddy Jack,
Okay.
and yeah, we have this like projector. We show it live.
That's got to be a fun live show.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. So like, it's just me and him. It's all on a drum machine. So like, we can do a lot of cool stuff with like videos and like cool like samples and shit.
Yeah. You guys got your own projector for that?
Yeah, and we got like what's called a throw projector, so you can put it on the ground and it goes like it throws it on a wall.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
What's the what's the big staple for Bonginator shows?
What do you mean?
Like, do you guys do projectors for that too?
No, no, we kind of keep it pretty like bare bones, but recently we've been playing on a click so we can do like cool samples and shit.
Yeah.
That's been cool. Yeah, Bonginator doesn't really have anything, but like our stage presence is just pretty wild.
It, from what I've seen, you guys do have a pretty good stage presence.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all
Um,
about.
so you guys use in-ears?
Our drummer does.
Okay.
Yeah,
He keeps the click in his ear, and you get
yeah,
it off of him.
yeah, pretty much.
That makes things pretty easy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely really easy. We don't need any like wireless. We can just like plug him right in.
Okay. I remember in a band I was in, the drummer had a click on his phone and he would just hook up headphones to his ears and
Yeah.
for that. A couple times he'd receive a call during practice and the click would just stop.
That's funny.
And so he'd be like, what? Start tapping away at his phone trying to get it to stop.
Oh,
Great. Good times.
that's
So
wild.
you guys are going on tour uh this coming year. You're gonna be coming down here, right?
Yeah, so we're on the road January 2nd to February 13th, doing like the whole US.
That sounds fun, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's fucking crazy.
what's your favorite tour date gonna be? Besides Charlotte, North
Um,
Carolina.
I'm really looking forward to Boise. We played there like 2 years ago. It was fucking awesome, and we've been like dying to go back.
They rip it up in Boise.
Absolutely, they're nuts out there.
They if Idaho's known for two things, it's known for its potatoes and for ripping it up.
That's funny.
That's why they make such good hash browns.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's the company that makes it.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you, what's the writing process for a Bonginator song?
Usually, like I come up with a riff, and then I just jot it down, and then like the rest just flows out really naturally. So like, if I jot it down, I mean like I record it and put like sample drums on it,
Yeah.
and then like I can basically like map out the form of a song from there pretty easily. And then I just like I'll think about like the what I want the energy of the song to do, like how I want it to flow, and then I'll write riffs that complement that. For me, at the end of the day, it all comes down to like how the music makes the crowd interact.
Okay. And
So
then how
like
do you go about writing the lyrics and doing the vocals for it?
that comes like dead last. Um, but yeah, like recently, what I've been doing, I've been just writing about like movies and games and shit.
That's what's up.
Um, because I did that a lot on the last record, and it's like I like it. I like it a lot. It's like a good way to I don't know. I can't do the whole like serious death metal thing. I think like because I'm just funny. I don't know.
You are pretty funny, I gotta admit.
Thanks. I like I don't if that's not as true to me as like just making someone laugh.
Yeah.
Um so but yeah, that part comes like dead last, I'd say, and then I'll like have an idea of what I want to write the lyrics about, and then I just kind of like it just comes out pretty naturally. Uh but it's all based on the music, like all based on the drums and guitar basically.
Gotcha. So are you doing the vocals like are you figuring out the rhythm of the vocals first before you even think of the lyrics?
Sometimes like I'll write a riff, then I'll like it's pretty like obvious where I want it to be, and then other times I have to like work on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's all, and even like sometimes I'll think of like a drum part first, and then a guitar like a riff that complements that. Um, but what it really all boils down to is like how the song is going to make people move to it,
Okay.
and
That's
it's all about that flow of energy. Yeah,
okay, cool. So you play, I know you play guitar,
yeah,
and I know you play bass because you play guitar, you most likely play bass, and
yeah.
you did everything on for the demos.
I did.
Do you play anything else?
I
I
can play the drums.
yeah,
What I did for the EP was like I had sampled the I used samples for like the shells, so like the kick, snare, and toms,
yeah.
and then I recorded the cymbals in a studio.
Okay,
And that's like I've been doing that. Like I did that for a couple other projects. It's a really good way of like making the drums sound natural, but like still having it be like easy.
yeah.
Uh, Then for this last record, we did like all real drums. No, no, no. For Gorbong, we recorded live drums and the kick was triggered. And then for we recorded a song that we're releasing soon. That's all real drums, yeah.
Okay, cool. I love the mixture of using the samples for the kick and stuff because it makes it
Yeah,
more consistent.
with death metal, it's like you almost have to. Um, they're like a lot of the times like the I don't know. I feel like with kick drums, like you're kind of always trying to achieve the same result,
Yeah,
no matter like at least in like death metal and a lot of these heavier genres. You just want something that's like thumpy with a click.
of course.
Yeah.
You got a favorite death metal band that you've been listening to recently?
Recently, I've been really digging Autopsy.
Okay.
I've been like going really deep into that, and think of like new bands like Ten to the Chest and Field Dressed. I've been listening to 200 Stab Wounds of like what I've like been binging also. Uh, like I've liked them for a while, but recently I've been like it's been tickling my fancy. Um, I love Fulci. They're one of my favorites all the time. Uh, when I was younger, my favorite band was Deicide.
Oh yeah. I used to call them Seed.
That's funny.
Yeah, used to call them. I was
Yeah,
like,
Deicide's fucking awful. Man,
now that I know what they're actually called.
that's funny. You didn't know that till just now.
No.
Deicide, man, that's fun. That's like a word.
Yeah, and
It's like
uh,
in the Bible or something.
I knew it was a word, but I always called them Seed, and I was
That's
like,
funny.
never put two and two together. It's just one of those things where you're just like you pronounce it wrong forever, and then you're like,
I wonder if you've missed out on any meaningful conversations because of that. Like you're like you ask someone like, "Hey, do you like to seed?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I've definitely missed at least one or two conversations because
That's funny. Because that's like I don't know.
it is.
Uh, fucking. I was trying to think. I had like something like that. Uh,
It's always there when you're thinking about it, and then as soon as you're ready to say it, it just leaves.
yeah, there was like a band with like a funny. I think yeah, dude. You know the band like Woods of Ypres?
Yeah.
That's how it's pronounced, but I've been saying like Woods of Ypres.
Okay. So you may have missed out on a couple conversations too.
Yeah, but I try not to talk to people about black metal.
That's not something a lot of people listen to.
No, I think a lot of people do. It's just, I don't usually like them.
Fair.
I have some friends that are cool. Actually, like the recent scene of black metal has been sick. With like Holder and Devil Master and shit.
Yeah.
Worm. Yeah. I like the modern black metal. My buddies are in that group Hexablad. They're sick.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm always shitting on black metal kids. It's fun.
For real, man. They got a certain way they carry themselves that you can't just
Yeah,
fun of them, man.
not for real.
So, oh, hello, cat. We got cats doing all sorts of things today.
That's sick.
They they love listening to music. They love metalcore and deathcore and stuff like that.
That's sick.
And Pokemon. Uh, I guess it's
Oh
the
wow,
colors from Pokemon.
that's sick.
Yeah, I think their favorite current band right now has got to be Devil Wears Prada.
Fire. Oh,
Care about that stuff, but these ones do.
yeah,
I've been writing a lot
that's
of
funny. I got a puppy. I
stuff.
got a little dog.
Okay, what kind of dog is it?
He's a Chiweenie.
A Chiweenie.
Yeah, he's the best. His name's Chowder.
I'm still stuck on the Chiweenie part.
Yeah, it's a Chihuahua Dachshund.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's gotta be so he's got like the body of a dachshund and like
yeah, the face of a Chihuahua.
okay. I,
Yeah, no, he's adorable.
I think I can imagine that.
Chowder. Come here. I
Oh,
got him right here. This is Chowder.
he's cute.
Yeah, I woke him up.
He said, "What'd you wake me up for, man?" So I gotta ask you about your TikTok. You share all sorts of cool things on there. I've
Yeah, like what?
I've learned stuff from you about,
Oh, sweet.
you talk about how touring, how you go about doing certain things. You share your knowledge, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I think like there's like a lot of shit that I'm learning now that as I'm learning it, like with how Bonginator's done, there's a lot of shit that I'm learning just now that I was like, damn, I wish somebody fucking told me this when I was younger. Um, and so like I was like, I should just do that. I should tell people this when they're younger. Um, just like a lot of shit like you wouldn't, think about. Um, you might not think about when you're like first starting out as a band that, could really like, help or hurt you.
What's the number one thing you wish you would have known when you were starting out?
That like you can talk to anyone you want to. It's literally just as simple as sending messages to people. And the worst thing anyone could do is just like not respond. That's something that like um as a kid I would probably be like, I wouldn't even think about that. But like I've worked with so many people that I've wanted to work with just because like yeah, I've hit them up. People that like I might be nervous to. I don't know, like people in bands that I listen to, or like bigger promoters or agents or managers, whatever.
Okay. That is, you're so right about that. I mean, that's how I got this episode with you.
Right. It's like it can apply to a lot of people. That like yeah, you should just never be afraid to contact people.
That's a good one. I appreciate you. What other information you got up there? I'm gonna pick your brain on this. What's something that you knew beforehand? Is there
What do you mean?
like something that you think other people should know, like should have known beforehand that you knew?
Um
I don't know if that question makes any sense.
yeah, I'm trying to think. If you're a drummer, you got to know how to be good about like your how to like properly put your kit on stage and off stage. There's like so like there's this thing that if you do it like that's good, but if you don't do it, then like everyone else is gonna look at you like you're an idiot. And that's like you have to build your kit and then bring the pieces off and then bring the constructed pieces on stage. If you put your stands on stage and set them up on stage, that's like really embarrassing. Um, I mean, like, no, I shouldn't say like embarrassing, but it's like a dead giveaway. It's like it shows like inexperience. And like, yeah, it takes up a lot more fucking time. That's one thing that like, um, I feel like a lot of younger drummers don't. no, and fucks them up a lot.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that because of course, you know how long it takes to set up and tear down stuff, and especially if, I mean, it's a little easier when you're the last band, uh,
Yeah.
or if you're the first band in some cases. But if you're in that sweet spot in the middle, you have to be quick on tear down and setup, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
drums are
Like if
so.
anyone like if you're on stage and you're taking the cymbal off, like that's bad. Like if you're doing this on the thing, yeah, don't do that.
Maybe if you're tightening it up after you've
Right. No, I mean like after the set, taking the cymbals off and shit. Yeah.
putting it in the cymbal gig bag.
Yeah, yeah, no. Uh
People don't
yeah,
like.
like that's a major tip that I feel like a lot of younger drummers only learn the hard way.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty easy thing to kind of just, start doing. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of shit that like, you have to make like a 2 minute TikTok about it.
What have you guys done? What are you guys doing differently for this upcoming tour that you guys are, differently from the past tours?
So for one, we're playing on a click. So there's going to be like a lot more use of like samples, um, and shit like that. Also, it just sounds a lot tighter. And two, we're going to be we added we have a new song in the set list, and we added "It Makes Babies" to
Okay.
the set, so we're gonna be playing that. Um, and yeah, we got some cool merch coming in, so that's exciting.
You guys do have merch. I was looking at it while I
We
was.
just did a drop with Reality Fade today.
Okay.
Yeah, Reality Fade is awesome.
Have to look for that so I can buy some merch. You
Hell yeah.
guys got some cool merch
Thank you.
in your butt. Sure.
That one's sick. Yeah, we just like uh I was talking to my t-shirt guy, like we put in the order for this next tour, and he said like we've sold almost like 1,000 orders of like units of that.
No way.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that is insane. And are you guys gonna bring that on tour with you?
Yeah, yeah,
I like the 420 pound poop one too. That
right. Yeah, we have two stores now. One's Reality Fade, one's Downright Merch.
do you which one do you like better? Not, I mean, you don't have to say if you're not allowed to.
Well, so Downright Merch is like our permanent merch store, and then we just did this drop with Reality Fade, so we can get they're better for just like getting to Europe and shit. Um, so yeah, that's why I did that.
I saw a lot of people moving to downright merch for US.
Yeah, they're sick. They're really good. They have really good fulfillment and quality.
A lot of people are moving away from the label stores. Like
Oh yeah, I don't. That's wild.
Norma Jean has stuff in downright merch, I think. And well, no, they use Shopify. My bad. It was straight from the. Hey guys, sorry for the episode being cut short. The internet cut out on Mr. Erik's end. But I would like to thank Erik from Bonginator for coming on the podcast. We had a great time, had a great chat. If you want to check out Bonginator, go to bonginator.bandcamp.com. You can also find them on Spotify, Instagram at bonginator.ma, and wherever else they might be. This episode has been edited, recorded, hosted by me, Austin Mullins. And the song we're playing at the end here is Chopped to Pieces by Bonginator. So have a listen and have a great rest of your day.